A powerful adaptogenic herb known as ashwagandha has been growing in popularity over the last few years. Users are claiming it can help reduce anxiety, stress, increase testosterone, vitality, vigor, improve sleep. Is this the ultimate herb? And is there a dark side? Well, that's exactly what I wanted to find out, so I took ashwagandha for 30 days and this is what happened. But you gotta focus. So before I get into what happened over the last 30 days, I just want to make it clear that none of this is medical advice. This is all just based on my experience with ashwagandha. But with that being said, let's get into it. So ashwagandha, or Withania somnifera, is an herb traditionally used in Indian medicine to treat a variety of different issues. From my research, I came across 3 standardized blends, one which I would pick. The first is called KSM 66 ashwagandha, which is a full spectrum root extract of the plant. The next is an extract called sensoril, which is the root and leaf extract, and then the next one is called Shodan ashwagandha, which is also a root and leaf extract, but is said to have the highest concentration of the beneficial properties. However, I went with KSM 66 ashwagandha because it is the most studied, and I heard word of mouth that it can help you more with athletic performance as compared to the other blends. So within about an hour of consuming my first dose of ashwagandha, I actually noticed a calming effect. I felt more calm, more relaxed, and it just helped me wind down for the day. Now, by about day 4, consistently taking this every single day, I started to notice a significant reduction in anxiety and stress. Now, when it comes to me regarding anxiety, it's not like I just have anxiety all the time, but quite frequently over the past couple of years, there have been scenarios where I think about something and then go down a rabbit hole of like what ifs. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I submitted that form wrong? What if, oh my gosh. About day 4 taking ashwagandha, literally those rabbit hole thoughts were canceled out at the first thought. It would be like, what if I submitted that form wrong? Whatever, you know, I'll deal with it if it's actually an issue in the future. That's it. No what if this, that, or the other thing. Honestly, that was quite the relief from an overactive mind. In fact, ashwagandha has been referred to as having mind calming effects, and I was really feeling like I was experiencing those. And this isn't just my experience. In fact, looking at multiple studies on ashwagandha and the reduction of stress and anxiety, it appears like there has been a significant relation to ashwagandha reducing stress and anxiety. Now, with too much of a good thing might come a bad thing. Stay tuned for that. But first of all, with this reduced stress and anxiety I was feeling, I was sleeping a lot better. I was going to sleep faster, I was sleeping longer, deeper, and waking up feeling more refreshed. All within the first week, 2 weeks of taking ashwagandha. Things were feeling good, I was feeling good. Now, when it comes to focus and mental clarity, I can't say that I was hyper focused on anything and I was able to just run through sentences with absolutely no fault. But it did feel like because I was stressing less, I was able to concentrate more of a calm energy on the task that I was currently doing, work, hobbies, or anything else for that matter. But that's for the first 2 weeks because things change. I'll get to it in a second. Now, when it comes to athletic performance, I didn't experience any increases in strength or intensity, but I did experience in what I felt like was an improvement in my cardiovascular performance. I remember towards the middle of the second week just going for a jog and feeling like I wasn't even putting much effort into my breathing, and it felt like I could just keep going. Now, this could have been a coincidence, I could have just been feeling good, but there are actually some studies looking at ashwagandha and its ability to potentially improve cardiorespiratory endurance, showing that there was a correlation between the two. So the study basically showed an improvement in VO2 max with the KSM 66 ashwagandha compared to the placebo. And now, what about increases in testosterone? There are many claims out there in the internet that says ashwagandha can like boost your testosterone, etc., etc. When I did look into various studies on ashwagandha related to testosterone, what I found mainly was that they were done in overweight aging males, and that showed an increase in testosterone. What if you're already like in shape? What if you're younger? Will it increase your testosterone? I couldn't really find anything conclusive on that. Most of the studies were related to stress and anxiety regarding younger individuals. But I guess you could argue if you reduce stress, anxiety, you could be reducing stress hormones like cortisol, which could lead to there being a greater balance of testosterone or not. I don't know. When it comes to me and my experience with ashwagandha over the last 30 days, I didn't feel like any boost in testosterone, any aggression, or any enhanced libido or anything like that. Everything just felt stable, unchanged. But hey, all in all, pretty good. By week 2, I was feeling reduced stress, reduced anxiety. I was sleeping better. I was feeling happier. Things were good. That is until about the middle of week 3, when I experienced my first side effect. Now, first of all, if you do a quick search on the side effects of ashwagandha and you go to WebMD, you see it's like stomach discomfort, gastrointestinal pain, and then there's even liver problems that come up. So I'm like, what the heck, liver problems? So I looked into this. Apparently in all the clinical trials, there have been no reports in liver damage or anything like that, but there have been a few reported random cases apparently where people have been consuming an herbal product that had ashwagandha in it, and they presented with liver damage. Now, all in all, it wasn't exactly proven that this was a direct correlation or causation, but according to this research article, they give it a rating of C when it comes to the link between liver damage and ashwagandha, which is probable cause. So it does seem like maybe this is rare or maybe not even related. I don't know for certain. Anyways, regarding my experience with ashwagandha, I didn't have any stomach discomfort or any of these symptoms or any of these side effects. No, what happened regarding side effects in my experience was more psychological. So all the benefits I was experiencing, the reduced anxiety, the reduced stress, feeling calm, feeling good, feeling happy. By the middle of about week 3, I started to notice I was feeling a bit more too calm. After taking ashwagandha, if I would sit down and start to relax, I just wouldn't want to get up, wouldn't want to move. At first, I thought this could be just a coincidence, but it kept happening day after day throughout the middle to end of week 3. And then around the beginning of week 4, I started to experience something that I've never really experienced before. Anhedonia, or lack of emotion. So things that could normally make me sad, excite me, give me hope, etc. Everything became just meh. For instance, at about that time, one of my videos, Standing Up for a Week, started to do very good. Usually with a mini viral video like that, I would be like, oh yeah, baby, moon, 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 getting like pumped, excited. However, I remember I was just kind of like, oh yeah, not really good, honestly, when it comes to wanting to experience life for all it has to offer. The ups and the downs, just sideways. And on top of this lack of emotion came a lack of motivation. So I'm like usually pretty motivated, getting out of bed, getting to work, editing, getting things done. But the last week of this experiment, I really had to resort to discipline over motivation. I'm like, why am I doing this? Oh yeah, because I really want to do this. I have to get this form turned in because I have to, But one interesting benefit that came about from anhedonia was, currently throughout the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to reduce my calorie intake in an effort to get more toned for the summer, right? Lose a little bit of excess body fat from all of that I put on doing GOMAD and stuff over the winter. Well, I noticed that anhedonia actually made food less exciting, so it was easier to eat less over those last couple of weeks of taking ashwagandha, which made dieting more effortless. At the same time, I kind of became a little less excited at the progress I was making from my weight loss. Weird, I'm telling you, weird. Now, I do want to make it clear, it wasn't like I was completely emotionless and just a sociopath all of a sudden. If you think of emotions like at 100%, happy, sad, or whatever they were going to be that day, it was more like emotions were down at 25%. Rather than having any ups or downs, more of a sideways line. Now, something that solidified the fact that it was ashwagandha contributing to all of these side effects and effects in the beginning, after the first 4 days of stopping taking ashwagandha, all of a sudden, the first thing I noticed was I had a worrisome thought, and it actually started to go down the rabbit hole again. And I actually started to think about, oh my gosh, what if this or that or the other thing happens? And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, why am I thinking like this? No way. This really worked that well. But on a positive note, on about day 5 or 6 after stopping taking ashwagandha, I noticed that the anhedonia was basically completely gone. I started to get excited about little stupid things, little hobbies, going to the gym, etc., etc. And now it's been several days since I stopped taking ashwagandha and I feel completely back to normal. So this was really all my experience with ashwagandha and how I felt like it was affecting me. Keep in mind, there's really no way I can know for certain that ashwagandha was causing me these anhedonia, lack of motivation effects. There's a lot of debate about this online. Like if you go on Reddit, it's like, dude, you just believe that's what's happening to you, blah, 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 blah. Or it's like, bro, no, it's serious. Like, dude, I took it for like 2 days and all of a sudden I'm just like a zombie. Is it possible that maybe just getting so calm caused a lack of emotion? But that's still a lack of emotion. The thing is if you look at studies and you try to look for like lack of emotion, anhedonia, and ashwagandha, there's really no studies saying that, and like all the studies just show positive mental benefits from people who took it. So it's like, I don't know, is it just like in my head? Is it because I read an article on Reddit that this was happening that I actually fell into it? Seems a little too much for that, but hey, you guys can tell me what you think. I stopped taking it. It's been several days now. I feel completely back to normal. Will I ever take it again? Actually, I probably will. If I ever come to a season of a lot of stress that's maybe coupled with a lot of random anxiety, absolutely will take it, because for me personally, it seemed to work super well for that pretty quickly as well, especially by that end of the 2-week mark, man. It was just like flow state. But then after that, like I said, led into those side effects that we talked about. Also, I might consider trying something like sensorial or shodan ashwagandha to see if the root and the leaf extract have some kind of synergistic benefit. What do you guys think about this whole experiment? And do you have any experience like this? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, this was not medical advice, and also everybody is different. People react differently to certain things, and very important, remember to always step back and think for yourself. I hope you guys all have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming out. Peace. I will see you all in the next video.